And that makes me wonder about another topic on this, that how can we be sure then that people who've come close to death have experienced what would happen if you actually did cross over the line? For instance, you know, what if, well, there are a lot of ways to go with this, but if you do cross over, what if it's not what these people have experienced because they were close to it but didn't actually go over?
Right, so yeah, it might be some psychotic experience just before, but it really doesn't happen when you have. Well, the best evidence for me in this, and you see, I can't prove that. That's the part where you can't put that into a laboratory and dissect it. You can't fit it into the medical model. But what the proof is for me is that I've known individuals who have left their body during that trauma, and they've gone into the room next door, and they've overheard conversations. Now, they're unconscious, on the table, pronounced dead. And they're next door, and they're listening to a conversation between family members. And in one case I heard there was a brother-in-law that was there with the rest of the family, and he was complaining that he interrupted a fishing trip to come in to see her. You know, like the last person in the world he wanted to interrupt his fishing trip with. So he's in the next room complaining about her. Her spirit, we can call it her spirit, her soul, because there was a consciousness, a presence, was in the other room, overhearing the whole thing. She's on the table. She's resuscitated. She expresses that she had a near-death experience. She goes through the different stages, explaining what took place. And then she said to her brother-in-law, "I'm sorry I interrupted your fishing trip," and proceeded to repeat what he said, that she had heard the whole thing.
Wow. Yeah. What was his reaction? Oh, you heard me say that? Did we?
Probably shock. But there are many counts of people leaving their bodies and being able to report later what took place while they were unconscious or considered clinically dead on the table. So you're looking at someone who is dead. Science has never been able to prove the existence of consciousness or the existence of the soul. That's the rub between religion and science. Science can't prove it. But what you can do is listen to the testimonials of people. And if you have witnessing of other people, of what takes place, credible witnesses, well, to me that's pretty good proof. It's pretty good evidence.
Do people ever have bad experiences?
Yes. Approximately, I heard an estimate of about 1% of reported near-death experiences are a bad experience. Now, what I consider is that what is considered a bad experience may not actually have been a bad experience had the NDE continued on longer. Many times people at the very beginning of a near-death experience will experience total darkness, and that darkness includes total silence, total loss of tactile experience, and I guess it's like being in those isolation booths. And it becomes very frightening for people. And what I've found is that people who were either very selfish or people who were feeling like they didn't need other people, you know, they were an island unto themselves. They don't need people. They don't need life. Oftentimes these people did experience this total darkness and this aloneness, and that at first is very, very frightening. If the experience continues on, what I have found is that people call out into the darkness and a light appears. And they move towards that light and the experience begins to open up and it begins to be a wonderful experience.
So you would say that these people were just interrupted too soon, or they were brought back too soon? Or
technology is able to interrupt people, you know, at different stages of this. And you're able to bring people back. So the experience, the bad experience, which could morph into a good experience, was interrupted. And so the experience, a bad experience. Now, another bad experience that people have is if they are afraid of, if they have a fear of God, if they have a fear that they are going to be judged, if they have a belief in hell, a belief that they will be punished, there's a tremendous fear for these people. And oftentimes, what I have heard is that they go into the experience, the light appears, and they're afraid of going into the light. And in that fear, it just fills them with terror. Those are the bad experiences that I understand.